Good morning and happy Friday! Friday the 13th, by the way.
With a honeymoon.
With a honey full moon. It doesn't happen very often. The next time we have a Friday the 13th on a full moon day in June will be 2098.
I won't be here.
So the kids can't be here. May still be around, but anyway, so it's going to be an awesome day. It's an awesome weekend for movies. It's Father's Day weekend as well. Oh my gosh, Laurent is in the hangout. We have to say hello to Laurent.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, Laurent, you are amazing. You lost a lot of weight, and I know why. I'm going to mute you. It's really loud. And he's cutting out. But Laurent just had open heart surgery a few days ago and is wearing an artificial heart, if I am not correct.
Damn.
Yes, he has an artificial heart right now. Look how much weight he's lost. It's incredible. Laurent, it is so good to see you. It is so good to see you. Really, seriously. So he has one of these very rare, it's like a breakthrough surgery that he had in France. So very few people actually have one of these artificial hearts. He's a story of his own, and I'm sure will be written about in Paris or in France in medical books. Anyway, it's good to see you, Laurent. We have a packed show today. I just want to tell you guys we've got Matt Atchity. Of course, we're going to talk weekend movies. We have several movies we want to talk to you about. We also have the beautiful Nicole Ari Parker, who is one of the stars of the new hit shows on TNT. It's actually, I think, had the best viewing last week, called Murder in the First. He is, of course, the other half of the gorgeous couple married to Boris Kudrow. I don't know if you remember, we hung out with Boris Kudrow one time. Diamond Phillips is back. He is one of the stars of Longmire. I don't know if you've had a chance to catch up with that season. You did? He's one of the greatest guys. We've had him in the hangout before, so we'll get to chit-chat with him and catch up. And if we have time, we can discuss Game of Thrones last episode coming up this weekend. But let's get started because I do have to run back on the set. Matt, we have a couple of really good movies to talk about. First off, we start with 22 Jump Street, which I remember sitting with you over there on that side of the room where you said, you got to see 21 Jump Street. It's really hilarious. And I finally did, and I really did laugh my butt off. My husband and I, we had a great time. So you say it's better.
This will laugh two butts off. This one.
I only got one.
This movie is hilarious. I think it's better than the first one.
Yeah.
It gets a lot of mileage out of making jokes about being a sequel and being unoriginal, but it's very funny. I
so
like
they
this.
address that it's a sequel.
They absolutely
do.
They absolutely do. One of the things this movie does, and this is, I think, partly why I like it so much, is like Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy, this movie skewers a particular genre while still making an effective movie in that genre. And in this case, it's kind of like this movie is skewering the buddy cop action TV adaptation. But it does kind of a good job of making one, and it's still kind of exciting, and you get kind of involved. It's, you know, it's not perfect, but I think that this is better than the first one, and it's, you know, this is a movie that knows what it is. It's very funny. It continues.
Maria, you lost your audio.
Is that better?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is a great movie. I absolutely recommend it. It's very funny. 86% on the tomato meter, certified fresh. Make sure to go see it this weekend. Or if you're on the fence about it, I can say absolutely you should go see it because it's great. And stay through the credits because the credit sequence is hilarious.
So I haven't got to see 21 Jump Street yet, but we were planning on going to see this tonight. Will it completely ruin it, or should I see the first one first?
I think you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
I need to go to a movie tonight.
Why is it called 22 Jump Street versus 21?
Because it's the sequel. One more.
Okay. No, but there was a reason why it was called 21.
They move across the street. No, the 21 Jump Street, like, that was the church that they worked out of.
Right.
And so now they've moved to the...
They literally have moved across the street.
Right,
so,
to a different church.
Got it.
And
so
now
that's why it's called 22.
Now it's not a Korean church. Now it's a Vietnamese church. And so now they have Vietnamese Jesus. It's very funny.
22 Jump.
I do admit that I had a hard time getting through 21. I barely made it to the end because towards the end I was just like, really? Really?
Well,
So,
I liked this one. I thought it was great.
So can you
You know what? I'm remiss to not introduce you guys, but I will introduce you guys when Lou Diamond comes to join us. He is on the set right now, and then I'll introduce everyone here when he comes in. So, really quickly, 22 Jump Street, that's a thumbs up. It got very good, 86% rating. Nate, I'm sorry, you had a question? What was that, really quickly?
Yeah, I was going to ask if he could contrast that to Neighbors, because we saw that yesterday, and that movie sucked.
You were okay with
I thought Neighbors was okay.
Yeah.
I think that this is far better than Neighbors.
Okay, that makes me happy.
Neighbors was okay. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was all right, but this is a much better movie.
We have also How to Train Your Dragon 2, which is another sequel.
Yes.
Which you say is actually
also better than the
first.
original. I like the original. This movie is great.
High praise.
It's
I
a
know.
it's a rare movie that I actually would recommend seeing in 3D.
Matt,
The 3D is very immersive in this, and they do a good job of using the 3D to tell the story. I think this movie is hilarious, or not hilarious. I'm sorry, that was 22 Jump Street. This movie is very exciting. It's very emotionally involving. They do a great job here bringing you along as the viewer and getting you involved in the characters. I think that this holds up to anything, to the best work that Pixar's done. Yeah, this is a fantastic movie, and the other sequel that Jonah Hill is in this weekend.
I apologize for Matt. He's trying to fix my microphone in the back. Thank you, Matt.
Tough job.
Sorry, thank you so much. It was falling down, and I can't do it. My dress is on like a plastic wrap.
Yeah, but you look
And a very gorgeous OOTD today, Maria.
Thank you. I'm not allowed to wear it again because it is green, and it apparently keys out a little bit.
oh, yeah.
So now you're just a floating head talking about the weather?
No, but it does just key out just a little bit, and so I'm not.
You should totally wear that color green. Like, ooh, scary.
I think
That would be awesome.
we've had some fun with it during Halloween, like in the floating head.
I think that'd
But
be awesome.
anyway, okay, so I digress. The Rover, which was starring Robert Pattinson and Guy Pearce.
Yeah, now this movie's in limited release this weekend,
Yeah.
and it's going to expand in about 2 or 3 weeks, so we'll talk about it again. But this is a new movie directed by a guy named David Michaud, who I don't know if anyone saw Animal Kingdom a couple years back. Anyone see that?
I didn't see
With
that.
Guy Pearce and Joel Edgerton. This is a movie, it's an Australian film, and it stars Guy Pearce and Robert Pattinson, and it's the best thing Pattinson's ever done on film. He's amazing. It's suddenly, I'm thinking, okay, now I want to see Pattinson in more movies, because
You
he
know,
does a fantastic job in this.
I saw him. You mean better than Twilight?
Oh, you did not bring that one up to him.
No, I think he's a really good actor. I actually saw him in a different movie after Twilight, and he's very good.
This one, he puts in a fantastic performance,
Yeah.
and you
And,
kind of forget all of that Twilight malarkey.
and by the way, his accent in it is really good. Like he plays kind of
in
is it
this.
Southern?
Yeah, he's supposed to be from the South
Southern,
someplace.
but-
Like his accent's a little all over the place, but it's less about the accent and more just about the performance. And he's really good. I like this movie a lot. The critics aren't overwhelming about it.
We're into the accents, aren't we, Trev?
Yeah, 68% on the tomato meter. But it's if you get a chance to check it out, we'll talk about it again in a few weeks. But it's a good movie.
I saw the trailer. It does look good, very dramatic. The setting is like it's post-apocalyptic. Thank you, coffee guy.
I wish I knew you were here.
It's okay.
That's Bobby D. Our
Hey,
coffee.
Bobby D.
Hey, Bobby, what's
I
the
mean,
Bobby.
that would have been really rude if it was the coffee guy.
what's the movie you're talking about again?
It's called
Rover.
The Rover.
The Rover.
Oh, okay, I was going to ask you about that. What's this witching and bitching? I went to Rotten Tomatoes website to see what's opening, and it got an 83% Rotten Tomato.
Which one
Which
is
movie?
that?
Yeah, which one?
Witching and bitching.
Something in bitchin'. Where's that?
You know,
Oh, witchin' and bitchin'.
yeah, I
Where's
just heard
that?
about that.
Oh, there it is. 82%. What is that?
I haven't seen that one yet. We don't have a ton of reviews, like 18 reviews. It's a horror movie. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks.
Okay, that's all you have to say is horror.
I have some bad news. Nicole has to run right after her.
No.
I'm sorry. I know I love her too. She's really sweet, smart, and Heather just.
I have some good news.
And yes, what's your good news?
I followed your Babygate recommendation. Works great.
Nate, I'm so glad. Nate has a baby that climbs over their current gate, and I gave him a
Toys R Us link.
Product recommendation.
I know, when he said baby gate, I was
like,
like, what baby gate?
Like, is this some
Like
kind of
Watergate?
election scandal?
Yeah, like,
Babies fixing elections?
by the way, I saw last week, on your recommendation, I saw The Edge of Tomorrow.
And?
Loved it.
Mm.
Cruise Control brings it. It's classic action filled, and I saw it 3D too, which annoys me, just like you sometimes.
Hey, look, he's dancing.
He's dancing. Okay. How did Lisa get there so quickly?
Oh my goodness, they are not doing that song.
They're dancing to something.
That's probably what they're dancing to.
Probably, right? But I don't know. I turned off my IFB. So,
Well, I
so
doubt it's
Edge
the
of
Harlem
Tomorrow.
Shake.
What's the Harlem Shake again? That's
Oh, it's just anything.
Yeah.
There's an actual Harlem Shake.
and then I also saw Chef. That was a really good movie. That was with Jean Favreau.
Yeah.
And Chef, the movie Chef,
Yeah.
with John Favreau, Sofia Vergara. I have to run on the set. Oh yeah, Scarlett Johansson was fantastic. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. See, here's the dress. See, it's kind of green.
Oh,
Okay.
good. We get Matt to ourselves again. Woo!
Drive this hangout right into the ground.
You know, Matt, I saw a preview yesterday with Scarlett Johansson. It's upcoming. It's where she gets like the super brain power. Do you know what I'm talking about? I forgot the title.
Yeah, what's the name of that movie? It's the new Luc Besson movie.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not Lucy. I wanted to say Lily.
Yeah.
Lucy. Yeah, a.k.a. Scarlett Johansson kicks everyone's ass. I'm looking forward to that. You know what? I like a good cheesy Luc Besson movie. I'm a big fan of his, and his movies don't always work well, but I kind of always like what he's going for, and he does some kind of crazy stuff, but I like his movies. You know, he did The Fifth Element, he did The Professional, which are like his good movies, and then he did To Paris with Love and 3 Days to Kill, and he's got some goofball movies that he's done, but I always like his stuff.
Yeah, I always judge him off the good stuff as well. Like, the film that I call Leon. And Fifth Element. When I think his name, I think of those films. So yeah, that was good. Yeah. So what else then? What else is out?
What else is in theater? You know, those Dragon and Jump Street and the Rover. The Rover's really good, actually. So I know I talked about this a little bit. Did anyone see what was that movie? The Proposition.
With
Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce in it. Yeah, I've got it on DVD, but I've never seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch that movie. Yeah.
I've heard, yeah.
This one reminds me of that. I love The Proposition. That is one of the best modern westerns I think anyone's made in 10, 15 years.
Who's the other guy in that? I know this is kind of going topic, but
so it's John Hurt is in it, and Danny Houston is in it. Danny Houston is the other lead, but it's Guy Pearce and Danny Houston, and it's directed by John Hillcoat, who directed The Road, and he also directed what was it? The bootlegging movie from a few years back with Shia LaBeouf. God, I can't remember what the name of that movie was. Anyway, this one, The Rover is really good. maybe touch on it. Who's been watching Orphan Black? Anyone?
Definitely, yes.
You has, but he's not here.
Huge Orphan Black fan. What do you think about Tony?
I thought that was really interesting.
That was interesting.
You know, it's just another moment of Tatiana Maslany just being amazing. She's so good.
Incredible.
Yeah, she's so good. One of the things I like about that show is, you know, there's a lot of series that are kind of predictable. I have no idea where that show is going. I have no idea what they're doing there, and I love it because there's enough mystery that I think it's great. It's for me, like, I'm having trouble predicting what's going to happen. So I like that element of it. So that one's really good. We get the season finale of Game of Thrones this weekend, which is very exciting. I probably shouldn't talk about that too much because Maria will want to talk about it. Who's seen any good movies in the last week? Anyone seen anything like?
Revisit X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah, what did you think of that, Kim?
I finally saw it. Oh my goodness. Okay, can I say I loved it. Oh wow. You know, I know I missed some things, and it'll be one of those that when it comes out I'll watch over and over and over. I think the way, oh gosh, you know how they jumped?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to give it away, but that was brilliant.
That was a pretty good one.
And the way they hid someone's pregnancy, that was amazing. Yes, she was pregnant in that movie.
Oh wait, I saw that last night. I don't know what you're talking about though.
Scarlett Johansson, wasn't she pregnant?
Nope. In X-Men, Halle Berry, she had just started showing.
Oh, okay.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, she had just, literally, it was a surprise pregnancy. She had just started showing. That's why she wasn't in the movie that much.
Kim, I like the phrase "surprise pregnancy." Like, hey, how did I get pregnant?
How'd that happen?
Right?
I know. I was like, how can it be a surprise?
Here I am, just sitting here minding my own business.
Boop, and there it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The best use of Ruth Airways I've ever heard.
I thought about that too when she said surprise pregnancy. I'm like, apparently.
Who is it that stars in the Underworld movies? What's her name?
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, Beckinsale.
Yeah,
Beckinsale. One of those movies. Like, she is a couple months pregnant in one of those, and they've got her all locked up in her corset. But apparently in one of those movies she's pregnant. It's like,
Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
And that's proper, like, isn't it? Yeah, Jesus.
I know. Crazy.
What is her name in Matrix was pregnant? Carrie?
Oh, Carrie Ann Moss, really?
Yeah, one of the ones where she's really kicking butt. I think it was the third one.
Huh. Women get pregnant. Who knew?
That should be like one of those things on Rotten Tomatoes. Top 5 women who've been pregnant in action.
Right. 7 women you didn't know were pregnant when they were shooting movies.
Now that would be a good one. That would be a good one.
Sounds more like a BuzzFeed article.
Right. The BuzzFeed headline would be, "You won't believe what these women were hiding while they were shooting."
Is what's the movie? Maleficent.
Maleficent.
What did you really? Is that one that I would really like to go see?
I thought Maleficent was pretty good. The critics are split on it. If you are an Angelina Jolie fan, it's one of her best performances. It's really all about her. The story gets a little muddled in places, but she's really good.
I heard it had scary parts for kids, Kim.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what my concern is. How is it for like grade school kids? Because I know at one part with the, I think it was Happily Ever After, or the one where the actor from Grey's Anatomy, he was the part of the cast, like the head, and the end of the story was really scary for little kids. So that's like, how is it for like a 7-year-old or something like that?
You know, Maleficent might be a little intense for a 7-year-old. That's my thought. I mean, for that matter, How to Train Your Dragon 2 is going to be a little intense for a 7-year-old. You know, I was watching Maleficent and was thinking, not that my 10-year-old boy is particularly interested in it, but I thought there's some elements that I thought might be a little intense for him. There's definitely, you know, I know that with certain movies, you know, it depends on how much a kid is in peril, and there are threats to a young girl in Maleficent that I think will resonate with younger kids. You know, the Aurora character, the Sleeping Beauty character, is definitely threatened at various points throughout the movie, and I think that that's going to be what makes the movie relatively intense. So, you know, I mean, as with anything, it really depends on how sensitive the kid is.
Yeah,
but,
you as a parent have to. I mean, they have those ratings there for a reason.
But I would say, like, this is the kind of movie that, you know, if your kids are really dying to see it, like, you might need to vet it and see it yourself first, or look at somebody like Common Sense Media does a pretty good job of breaking down a movie. I don't know if anyone knows who Nell Minow, the movie mom, is, but she writes for BeliefNet, and she does a really good job of breaking down how appropriate and what kids are going to have questions about for any movie.
That's a great idea to incorporate, maybe even on RottenTomatoes.com. Don't you think? Sort of like a tab for parents, and that can get a little bit more specific about some of the issues that are addressed in certain movies. Because sometimes you don't know, you know, PG-13, like, okay. Really quickly, before I let you go, Matt, I do want to talk about Longmire really quick. Oh, yes, and that too, Game of Thrones.
We held off talking Game of Thrones till you got here.
Okay, so I need to put up this. But really, have you seen Longmire?
I have only seen the first couple of episodes of the first season.
Okay, so we're going to be talking to Lou Diamond Phillips. I just talked to him. He said he's going to hang around. The problem right now that we're running into, just an update for you guys, the president is speaking right now on the air, so that has backed everything up, as you know. So hopefully we can still hang out with Lou Diamond Phillips. He is waiting. We'll see how long this takes. And then Nicole Ari Parker, she said she still may, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, we are talking Game of Thrones. If you do not want any spoilers, you do not want to hear anything about Game of Thrones, you can mute us, and then I will put up this sign that says, not talking. Talking
That's
now.
Like the Rostica sound.
Okay.
No biting.
So, yeah, Game of Thrones. Okay. Everyone has watched the epic battle from last week, correct?
Everyone caught up?
I think so, and if you haven't, you've been warned. Yeah. So,
wait a minute. Let me put this another way. Everyone who cares is caught up, right? If you don't care.
Oh, I care. I'll just.
Here's the thing. Usually, the second to the last episode of the season is typically the most intense episode, right? In the last the previous 3 seasons. This past episode was not. I mean, we had a couple of like big surprises, but not really. I mean, she died. Jon Snow. We should have stayed in the cave. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, she got killed, right? Not a big surprise. Right. But that's about it. Other than that, it was an epic battle.
It was an epic battle, but it was really only focused on the storylines up in the north. Right. And so all of the stuff that got set up, I mean, that great cliffhanger from the previous episode, the head squishing.
Which they didn't go at all to Tyrion.
We didn't get any of that going on. We didn't see anything with Daenerys getting rid of
Jorah.
Ser Jorah. So it'll be, you know, we're going to get a lot of catch-up in the next episode.
Right, but would you be surprised if they didn't address Tyrion ever again until next season? I would be shocked if we didn't. That was one theory. I did see in the previews, though, that they cut to a shot of Tyrion in the cell.
I don't think they can, because unless without spoilers, unless they change the story, they can't do anything else with Tyrion. Until
but they could delay it. They could delay what happens, right? But I don't think they're going to. I think stuff's going to go down in this next episode.
I really want. This is not what I think is going to happen. This is what I think. I wish it would happen. Is that I wish that Tywin would get killed. I wish that Tywin would go away. Tywin Lannister. That's my wish.
I'm giving you my poker face.
Well, does it just seem like
I'm looking for something else.
Does it seem to anyone else like there's just too much stuff? Like, we're like 4 seasons in, and I still barely know what the White Walkers even are. Like, it just seems like there's so much content they can
White Walkers for at least, 3 episodes, 4
Nate,
episodes.
I got bad news for you. Based on the way Martin's been writing those books, it only gets worse.
White Walkers, you don't find out until like the 3rd book.
This is the 4th book, I believe.
Well,
they split 2.
They're using storylines from the 3rd and 4th book.
Right.
What happens in the 4th and the 5th books is that stories split. And one book takes place mostly in Westeros, and the other book takes place mostly in Essos. But it all is kind of happening concurrently. So the next season will pull from both of those books. But, Nate, to your point, that story has completely gotten away from George R. R. Martin. Like, he's so...
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he originally was planning to do 3 books. And then he said, well, it's going to be 5. And now it's going to be 7.
7.
And now he just said, he's like, well, maybe 8.
Right. Oh, nice.
It alludes.
Because the thing is, I'm good, because it's that good, and the thing is, it's that in depth. It could even do a 5-book prequel with all the all Targaryens and everything from it could even do that, and it'd still be as in depth.
Yeah, I mean, look, like he's telling a bunch of interesting stories, but I think he's in danger of, and some readers would argue that he's already done this. Like, he's in danger of losing the focus of what that story started out to be, which is, about the succession of king. I mean, arguably, you could say that this is what happens after a happily ever after story. You have this, this soldier knight figure, Robert Baratheon, who takes down the evil king and marries the princess, but and they live happily ever after. Well, actually, it's terrible.
By the way, we did see Sir Aemon Targaryen again, in the castle. Right. I don't know if he died in that battle or not, but did we talk about his position and why he ran away to Castle Black? Do we know this?
He took the Black in order to, because
he would never become king.
Well, and because of an issue to...
I have to go on the set. I'll be right back.
Help the succession. Anyway, yeah, it's I don't know why she went running away. I guess.
She said she had to go on set.
Yeah, right. That's I get confused. So.
Post-Obama weather report or something.
Right. Exactly. So. Things are definitely going to go down. Trev, to your point, I don't know where in the story they'll get to. Like, I don't know that they're going to wrap up exactly the way Book 4 wraps up. I think some of those elements will get addressed. I think some of them may be pushed off. So we'll see.
Well, I read that with the series, they generally have a big event, like for example the fight. At the penultimate episode, and then the final episode is kind of setting you up for the next season. So there's nothing really major in the final episode, which, well, as you say, if things are going to go down, then
Well, but the creator, the producers have said that this next episode is going to be the best one that they've done. So they're very bullish on how it's going to go down. They think that they've actually put together their most exciting, most involving episode. So, it's going to be interesting. Those of us that know the books know what's coming on a certain level, and it's just kind of a matter of when. But those people who don't know the books, I think that they are in for some big surprises. And that's not a huge spoiler because there's kind of surprises almost every episode. I think where people, it's funny because last episode, there was a little bit of, I think, an undercurrent of disappointment, and I think partly because there wasn't anything really that shocking in the last episode. Like, you kind of know that like no one's safe, and the way that they've set up that love story between Ygritte and Jon Snow, like you kind of know it's like, well, one of them's going to get it, right? She's probably not going to make it. And they set up, I don't think that it was a huge surprise that she got killed. But apart from that,
just kidding. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. Actually, this is an interesting point. I've had this argument with a couple people. My attitude with Game of Thrones and some of these other shows, but especially Game of Thrones, is the window at which you can complain about spoilers, I think, is about 12 hours at most. I have a ruthless attitude towards that, and the reason is, if you're that much of a fan, watch the show with everybody else.
I agree.
Are you trying to tell me something, Matt?
I'm telling you, like, if you're late to the party, it's okay because the journey is still good. But it's less dependent upon surprise. But I think that honestly, like, people are too concerned about spoilers. Like, if you're that much of a fan of the show, you need to watch it when it comes on.
Yes, I agree. I can't.
Either that or stay off the internet.
Yeah.
I'm okay about watching it after I hear spoilers, because even though I've heard them, I'm still gonna watch it. But I have to wait for the whole season to end. I can't do the week to week.
Okay, listen to me. I have an update. Lou Diamond Phillips is on his way, hopefully. Someone's gone to go get him. So he should be here very soon. We have stopped talking about Game of Thrones, or are we still talking about Game of Thrones? You moved on? Okay. I had a question about it. And
ask quick. About Aemon?
No, I had a question like, it was Aemon. Did you answer it?
Well, Aemon took the Black so that there wouldn't be a question of succession for his brother or cousin, whoever that was going to be one of the kings. So basically, he took himself out of the running.
This is my question. Will Sansa eventually see Arya in this episode? Will they finally get together? Poker face?
Yeah, you can't say that, Maria. Come on, watch it and find out.
You really want to know?
I do. Whisper it. Oh God, I hate you.
What did you say, Matt?
He says I'm not telling you.
Maria. Come on.
And not see Sansa. I'm
sure she can.
Well, look what happened at the if it happens the same in the books with the they call them the two towers or something, where the Freys live, when the Hound and Arya were going up there and nearly met them again, and then
the wedding, and then
so she nearly met her mum and brother again, and then right at the gates, and then didn't. So
that's why she started laughing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here you come.
All right, I'm out.
See you, Matt.
See you, Matt.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Matt. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Have a great week, by the way. And we'll see you next week, okay?
Maria?
Yes, we have met. Come, Lou, come sit down over here. We've done the hangout before.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, great. Okay, cool.
Yeah. By the way, you guys, if you're tuning in, we are not talking about Game of Thrones anymore. Not talking about it. Go ahead and unmute, okay? We are done for now. No more Game of Thrones. So come back. Anyway, I had to tell everyone to mute because we were discussing Game of Thrones. I don't know if that's like, what is your most favorite show right now? I mean, it's crazy.
Game of Thrones is one of them. I got to tell you, I mean, come on, Dothraki warrior. I could be
Totally.
How's dad or something? I can ride a horse.
Dad, brother, hello, you guys. Good morning. We've got a very, very talented and handsome Lou Diamond Phillips joining me again this morning in the Hangout. Lou, you're familiar with our YouTube show here, right?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
Our YouTube audience is very casual and very informal. This is our microphone here. Ooh. There's our camera. Nice. Joining us today are our friends from all over. Let's see. We've got Trev, who is with us from the UK this morning. We have Stacy and Julia, right, Stacy? They're in Wilmington, North Carolina. They're, by the way, getting ready for a big competition tomorrow, fitness competition.
Oh, good for them.
So they are looking really, really Good.
They are looking pumped up.
They are very lean and mean machines. Nick is in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, my old stomping grounds.
Nate is in Colorado.
Nice, beautiful.
Michael is in Austin. Kim is in Kansas City.
Hello.
And we've got Kia also in Topeka, Kansas.
Hi.
John is in the Inland Empire. Where are you, John? There you are. And we have Hector, who is also in the Inland Empire. And we have a bunch of YouTubers watching. So, hey, YouTubers, if you have a question, just post it in the comments box or tag anyone in the Hangout. Now we'll get it to Lou. Of course, Lou, you know him. You're familiar with him in movies from all the way back to La Bamba to Longmire, which is on right now, to the Broadway stage. My God, you were...
I've been all over.
You're
yeah,
incredibly
I've
talented.
Been very fortunate.
That's what it means. Longmire, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the 3rd season, right?
3rd season. We've had 2 episodes air. We were the #1 show in all of cable on that Monday night that we premiered.
That is fabulous.
Ended up with 5.8 million viewers on the week. #2, only second to Game of Thrones, by the way, as far as scripted dramas go. And
that's a lot.
Yeah. And the 3rd episode airs this Monday, and Henry Standing Bear, my character, is incarcerated. I'm wearing a fabulous orange jumpsuit.
I saw that. I saw that in the trailer. Longmire, you play Henry Standing Bear. What you said. By the way, if you guys have a question, just get my attention, and I will go to you with Lou. Henry Standing Bear. He has been on since season 1. Yes.
Absolutely, he's a major character in the novels by Craig Johnson.
That's right.
The 12th novel just came out, Any Other Name, and actually premiered at #6 on the New York Times bestseller list. Just a wealth of information. And playing Henry Standing Bear, I'm Northern Cheyenne. In the show, and I was so honored recently to be asked to go back up to Montana to the Lame Deer Reservation. I spoke at the Lame Deer High School
You've
graduation.
sort of been adopted.
I was adopted. I was adopted into the Cheyenne Nation. My Cheyenne name is Wolf Wiltene.
Wow.
And you know,
what an honor.
Yeah, I do not take that lightly.
Yeah, that's quite an honor. You have this amazing ability to be whatever character you play. I mean, from The King and I to Native American Indian to an Asian to Mexican.
Yep. And actually,
you're incredible.
You know,
what a perfect combination.
It's like the UPS, logo. What can Brown do for you? You know, I pretty much have that covered.
You're very lucky. I mean, I love that. I love that you represent, because I think I told you guys last time, Lou is also part Filipino, which I am a big champion for the Filipino roles. So we're very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm hosting an event this Sunday night, June 15th at the Kennedy Center with my brother Apple to App, from the Black Eyed Peas. Yes, we're doing
you got a special event coming.
Yeah, it's called After the Storm. It is continuing to raise money for Typhoon. Can't remember the name.
I know the name now.
Yeah.
It's been but they're still devastated. They're still trying to pick up from that.
Exactly.
He does so much with the kids there, as well in the Philippines. I know that you had your hand up, Kim. Did you have a question? Go ahead.
Hi, Lou. I am a long time fan, and you've worked in almost every theatrical venue possible. Out of all of them, which one was your favorite, and which one was the hardest?
I have to say my favorite is being employed. So, I mean, whatever it is, I'm happy to do it. I think every single venue, it's just a branch of the same creative tree. We're communicators, we're storytellers. So whether it's film, television, or theater, I embrace it 100% and find a different challenge in every single one of them. It takes a different skill set. Whether you're on stage or whether you're acting for the big screen or the small screen, and I just adjust, to the proper environment.
Did I miss anyone else? Who else did I miss? What is it about?
I'm trying to think of the question, but I just wanted to say La Bamba was the first movie I ever sat all the way through when I was about 3 years old, and I'm so glad you're here because you're one of my heroes.
Thanks, man.
Yesterday we had Los Lobos on the set, and I think they probably mentioned it to you. But it wouldn't have been neat if you guys were all here at the same time. Would have been a little reunion.
I think I might have had to take the mic.
You would have had to.
Mm-hmm.
You are very funny too, by the way. Not to mention a very good singer. I have seen him on stage as well doing that. I want to see you do more comedies. I mean, I think you're just a funny guy.
You know, it's. I mean, thank goodness I've had such great success in drama, but you know, I don't want to be just the brooding ethnic. You know, being funny and making people laugh is a really wonderful thing.
Hilarious. Yeah, you really cracked me up. Yes, Trev, go ahead.
So doesn't it, like from back then, you know, like La Bamba days, does it not sort of make you? Are you not surprised that people bring that up more than Young Guns?
It depends. You know, it's interesting, man. It's geographical, strangely enough, and sometimes generational. I mean, La Bamba crossed so many demographics, and it plays so much on television. It touched people's hearts in such a way that it's brought up a lot. But I've been fortunate that, you know, I was not a one-hit wonder, and I got films like Young Guns out there throughout the South, throughout the Southwest. I mean, we shoot Longmire in Santa Fe, which is also where I shot Young Guns 1 and 2. So, you know, in that part of the world, the Young Guns films are the favorite, you know, of the people there. But, you know, I've got things that, fortunately, I think speak to different crowds. You know, whether it's Longmire or Stargate Universe that I was on, or, you know, Courage Under Fire, that a lot of veterans and our military people really respond to, or, you know, the big hit, which was sort of this sleeper little hit that you know, a lot of the hip-hop kids really kind of dig, so I think that's cool.
Really quickly, I've got 2 more questions, and then I'll let you go. One is, how do you, when you look at a script like Henry Standing There, when you first read it, how do you approach that character, and what goes into preparing for that, especially now, 3 seasons later?
Absolutely, but I mean, the thing about Henry, I mean, he just jumped off the page right away. I knew it was one of the most original, most unique characters I had ever read. The fact that he also came from novels, even before I took my first meeting, I went out and grabbed a cold dish. And now I've read them all. I haven't caught up with the last one yet. But that, you know, is my backstory. That's my history and my Bible, and I go to that when I'm in doubt for what might be going on internally with Henry. But I also jumped on a plane and went to the Lame Deer Reservation to see the land, to meet the people, to pay my respects and to get their blessings. I played so many native roles, and just as I've played so many Latino roles, I think it would be a huge mistake just to paint them all with the same brush. You have to be specific. The Cheyenne Nation's different than Lakota, different than Navajo, different than, you know,
and
Inuit.
Speaking of, how do you feel about the whole Washington Redskins? We talked about that earlier this week. Do you have a position on that at all? Or?
I do. You know, Floyd Red Crow Westerman was a dear friend of mine. He played my father in the film Renegades. He was not only a brilliant Native American actor, he also played Ten Bears in Dances with Wolves. You know, he took it very personally. He was hurt by it. And I think we are coming into an era where there is more respect, you know, more, I think, consideration for people's cultural considerations. And you know, that may be anachronistic. It's this attitude from a bygone era, and you know, it's racist. You know, I think it might be time to change it.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by, Lou. Father's Day this weekend. One thing you want for Father's Day?
The health and happiness of my 4 daughters. That's all I need.
You are surrounded by women. Look at you. That's wonderful. Well, listen, thank you so much for stopping by. Let's take a quick photo before you go. I know Heather came by here to try to get you. So let's see here. Ready? There's a little bit of a delay. Oh, you're so fast, you guys. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Yay!
Excellent.
Okay, and then your autograph, please, for Friday the 13th today.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. It's one of those very rare special days that we have a Friday the 13th with a full honey moon. So,
it's my birthday.
It's a very special day. Yeah, it won't happen again until 2098. So anyway, thanks you guys for stopping by and watching. Check out Longmire. It's on A&E.
Monday nights.
Monday nights with Henry Standing There. Excellent. Okay, bye guys. Thank you.
Nice one. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And have fun on Sunday. Please give Apple a big hello from me. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's do that. This is Filipino Friday. Right back. Let's see. Who can do it? You take it and then I'll share it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marla. Thank you, Marla.
Bob. Hey, Bob. Lou, nice to meet you.
Camera?
Oh, yeah.
Let's stand here because the lighting
Yay.
is good. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'll do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Great.
Awesome.
And I'll tag
Excellent.
you too because I know you're on Twitter.
Absolutely.
First time
Thank
we've seen
you.
her.
Yeah, great to meet you. Great to meet you.
See you next, Josh. Thanks so much for meeting, brother.
You know, Bob, this we're gonna set this up.
Maria. Oh, that would be so awesome. Are you serious?
I should have taken a picture.
Her dress is very
great.
Very.
Baba Boom today. I like it.
And partially see-through on the green screen,
I
too.
love him. He's so
She
great.
said it was keying out a little, so she's not allowed to wear it again.
What's that?
We were talking about your green dress
is.
and how it keys out.
You need some big rolls in your hair, and you need like a little white apron with some frills on it, and do like a 50s photo shoot kind of thing, because that's like the perfect dress for that.
Yeah, he's walking that way right
now. Thank you. Yeah, I can't wear it ever again. But you know what? To be honest, I wouldn't be able to wear it again because I got this from a website called Rent the Runway. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Yes.
But they take, they have a huge warehouse of all of these amazing, expensive dresses. And they rent it to you for $40, $50, and they send it to you via UPS, and then you just put it back in the bag, and then you send it right back to them. It's
a lot of the wives use them for military balls instead of buying like $400 or $500 gowns. A lot of wives will use balls because it's very taboo to wear the same dress twice in a row.
Exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So Rent the Runway. I don't know if that's the same one you guys use, but this is I can't even say it because I can't even afford to buy it. Herve Leger. Have you guys heard of that? Herve Leger.
Yes, I'm definitely the Fashion Week queen.
You are.
So.
This is familiar.
Yeah, she's a fashion blogger.
Oh,
yeah.
So then you know about Rent the Runway then?
Yes, I do.
So it's my first time, and I was really impressed with them. So I have 2 dresses because I have to MC an event tomorrow, and I was looking at both of them, and I thought, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to wear that one tomorrow, but what am I going to do with this one? I may as well wear it to work.
It looks fantastic on you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, it looks like that Nicole Parker had to go, so she's not able to join us. So I'm sorry, you guys. It was just the timing with the president speaking and all that stuff, and you know how it is.
What was he speaking about? Was it something unexpected?
Well, you know, if you don't know this, there's some a lot of unrest right now in Iraq. I guess the Syrian extremist group, is it ISIL?
ISIS.
ISIS? Is it ISIL? Okay, I don't remember now. It's ISIS has come in and is attacking parts of western Iraq. It's so disturbing to see this when you see a lot of the American vehicles that we've left for the Iraqi military. They're just being overrun, and of course there's a lot of focus on what we're going to do, and the president spoke about it. Oh, Nicole is here!
Awesome.
Yay! I was just saying that. Hi.
All right, guys, I've got to run.
Okay, bye, Stace.
See you later, Stacy.
I'll keep you guys updated. I'll post a lot of pictures, okay?
Definitely.
Yay.
Wish me luck.
Yay! Good. What a surprise.
That's what I was trying to tell you before when you were with me.
Oh, okay, perfect. So, Nicole, these are our friends that we're hanging out with here. I don't know if your awesome husband mentioned it the last time he was here, but he was able to, by the way, say hello to him for us.
Hi,
we had a good time when he was here last, and I think he brought your son.
Nicholas.
Yes. Okay, the 2 of you have created another set, like the next generation of beautiful
Sophie
people.
and Nicholas. They're 9 and 7.5 now.
That's amazing. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you and have you in our hangout. We have all of our friends here with us from all over the world.
We're really on the air right now.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
It's kind
Hi,
of
everybody. I can see you.
It's like a behind-the-scenes look at what we do. So we try to, show them the newsroom. We have our report writers and stuff back here, and then we have Hector, who's joining us from the Inland Empire this morning. John is in Riverside as well. Kia is in
Kia.
Topeka, Kansas. We have Kim, who's in Kansas City. We've got Michael in Austin. Nate is in Colorado.
Hi, Nate.
Nick is in Dallas. And we have Trev, who is in England. He's in the UK this morning.
Good day.
We had someone from Paris earlier. And bonjour, yeah, exactly, bonsoir. And we have a bunch of YouTubers watching as well. So if you're just tuning into YouTube, welcome. We have Nicole Ari Parker joining us. She is, of course, a familiar face on now the new hit show, TNT, Murder in the First.
Yes, it premiered on Monday at 4.9 million viewers, which is huge for a summer premiere for all of cable, I heard.
That's amazing, because we were just talking to Lou Diamond Phillips, and I think maybe you guys are running head to head, maybe, because they're on A&E on Monday nights, I believe.
Yes, we're at 10 o'clock, and my character is DA Jackie Perez. She gets introduced this coming Monday.
So this will be your first...
yes.
Kind
of introducing my character on the show. It's just great to work with my friend Tay again. And just also to be working with Stephen Bochco. It's just...
He's still pumping them out.
He's still pumping.
I mean, that's amazing.
You probably would appreciate the way you put it.
No, Stephen Bochco, I love you. I loved whenever you would come to Hawaii and bring your shows. I'm from Hawaii, and he would always try to find a reason to go to Hawaii, because he loves it to set a show there.
Where am I supposed to be looking?
Here's our camera here. Yeah.
I'm just looking at all the people.
I know, I do that too. That's why I try to push them up high as I can. Yeah, they're right there.
Where's Hector? Did Hector leave?
Hector's, I think, still there, but he put his camera on pause for a second. Okay. Now, for those of us who aren't familiar with Murder in the First, because I've seen the trailers, can you talk about the premise of the show? Because Murder in the First, it's very provocative. Yeah.
Very provocative, but the setup is great. It's one crime for the whole season. And how it affects everyone involved, from the detectives to the victims' families to my agenda as the DA. You know, this is a very potentially big notch in my belt if I win this case, and it's pretty powerful. It's very suspenseful. And
so you have a
whodunit.
You have a suspect initially. Is that how?
If I tell you.
Okay. Spoilers.
I am prohibited.
I have to watch this Monday when you make your official debut, right? This Monday. If you guys have a question for Nicole, yes, Kim, go ahead.
You know I always have a question. Hi, Nicole. Love the hair. Love the hair. Gorgeous. My question for you, I have seen almost every one of your movies, and I love the characters you played in the past. I love the characters you played in the past. Comparing those characters to the character you're getting ready to play on this series, what is the main difference you see between the characters, like the ones you played in the past and the ones you're playing now?
For some reason I get cast to play a lawyer a lot.
That's kind of I think that's very flattering.
I think it's flattering.
You have that power position.
The powerful position. Yeah. But I think that Jackie Perez is interesting and distinct because she's kind of in a leadership position. So her ambition and drive is based on keeping this leadership and moving to the next level. Whereas, a lot of the other attorneys that I've played, they had either some kind of personal drive to do something else. They weren't in the powerful position they wanted to be in. And now I think, we start out seeing her as kind of running the investigation and kind of figuring out how to win.
You probably be the most beautiful prosecutor or DA that anyone has ever seen.
It's very sweet of you. A mom really never gets tired of a compliment, okay? Any mom will tell you, yes, tell me I look okay today, please.
Oh, my gosh. Who
nice
else
to talk to you, Kim.
Who else had a question? Was it you, Kia? Yes, go ahead, Kia.
Okay, hi, Nicole. I'm a huge fan, and I've been looking at the trailers for Murder in the First and the premiere and everything, and I was wondering, in your opinion, like there's been a lot of shows that come out that have tried to rival like the long-lasting era of Law and Order, and do you think this is the show that will finally have like that following just because of how unique it is and the unique angles that they're coming from with this show?
Wow, that's a great question. I think that it has all the elements there to last a long time.
Well, the format is different, like you said. I mean, it spans. There's very few shows that
it's very few shows that have done it well. But I think the chemistry with the cast, I think with Stephen Bochco and Eric Lodell at the helm, and the writers it's the kind of show that makes you want to stick around, especially in an era of no patience. The viewership is we want to get through it and get on to the next thing.
Like Netflix.
Yes,
all at once.
But I think this show has enough to keep us interested.
I have a question. I have a question from someone on the Q&A stream here. Ms. Parker, can you tell us a bit about Repentance? Reading about it seems like a very powerful film. Repentance?
Yes, I am in that movie. Yes,
Okay.
but I shot it a long time ago.
Yeah, I was gonna
Movies
say that.
sometimes take a long time to get.
Well, especially today, the life. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
extended.
it was a great opportunity to work with the awesome Forrest Whitaker.
What did you play in Repentance?
I was his estranged wife and the mother of his daughter.
Oh.
And I had a very small part, but all of my scenes were with Forrest, and it was just incredible to watch him work.
He's amazing. Oscar winning.
Yeah, but even without the Oscar, he's just fantastic. And it was great to be down in Louisiana. I'd go to Louisiana for anything, but it was just a great time.
Yeah, he's another one. He and his wife have been together for so long. And how do you guys do? What is there a secret? You get asked that a lot, don't you? How long have you guys been married?
Our anniversary was 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy anniversary!
Yeah,
The
9
10
years.
9 years.
9 years. Yeah.
Wow. Is there a secret? I mean, I guess because you're a celebrity. Celebrities often get singled out. Oh, there's so it's
Or
hard to
that their
say
marriages don't last.
Right. But it's just because you guys have.
No, I
written
mean,
about it, but-
marriage is one thing I always say, but marriage with kids is a whole other thing.
Boy,
And-
don't I know it. Yeah.
And every
With my 3-year-old.
anybody
Yeah.
will tell you it's work, it's challenging, but the basic thing is that you got to want to be in it. And I think there are some truths to the cliches, like taking care of each other, keeping it sexy, remember to have date night, make time for each other. All that stuff is real.
It's
I
true.
really sometimes have to just take care of him, and make him his favorite meal. And
Speaking of, Father's Day is coming up. Do you guys have anything planned? That's special.
I talked about this the other day. When you have kids, getting out of the house is exciting.
Your kids are a little older now, though.
Well, no, they're 7 and 9. They're
I
second
guess
and
they
third
still,
grade,
they're still little. They're still
And
little.
But there's also, their schedules are just as packed as ours. There's soccer, basketball, ballet. So it's just nice to go to dinner, and we'll probably do some traditional thing in our house where
Breakfast in bed.
special breakfast for Daddy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. You guys, if you don't have any more questions, I will let Nicole go.
Everybody's pretty quiet.
They're kind of quiet on this Friday, the 13th. By the way, it's Friday the 13th.
The guys are just kind of drooling.
I think it's a good thing.
Guys are drooling right about now.
It's a good thing as well. Nate, Nate has the Kempton question. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, so the reason I've been quiet this entire time is I've been trying to Google my little heart out, trying to figure out this show, because apparently there is another movie with the same title long ago, so everything I find is this long ago movie with the same title.
Really?
What channel is this on?
It's on TNT.
Okay, well that's why I've been so quiet, so I look forward to watching it. How many episodes in are we? It just started, right?
It premiered on Monday, June 9th.
Okay.
Is it 10 episodes?
10 episodes,
10.
yes, on TNT, Mondays at 10 o'clock.
Okay, you guys, don't miss it. It's this Monday. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
With your
Happy Father's
husband
Day to all the dads.
and children.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
Feliz Día de los Padres.
¿Hablar español? Really?
Oh, the camera thing.
¿Verdad? Now she's even more beautiful. I mean, that's
My kids.
Do they speak Spanish? I'm trying to teach my son too, my 3-year-old. So he speaks half Spanish, half English as well.
Wow.
It's so awesome. Let's take a quick photo before you go. Okay, here's the camera right here. There's a little bit of a delay. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Oh wait, cheese.
Oh, there's a delay. Sorry, you just told me that.
Here.
Okay.
You cannot take a bad picture, girl.
Thank you.
Here, sign, I want
Better talk about the direct. Let's talk about that.
What's that? Anywhere you're actually. I'll sign with Lou. Are you all okay? All right.
On my day.
I can tell that's you. Okay. Now, what is this direct? What is this?
It's a sweatband that I made. Can you guys see?
It's a sweatband?
Yes, I made it. And I turned it into a business. It's and the proceeds support the Sophie's Voice Foundation, which
you got to multitask.
I have to multitask, and it's a cool little sweatband for the gym. And I'm doing a summer sale right now. So you put summer.
Where do we get it from?
SaveYourDo.com.
SaveYourDo.com.
Woo! Gym.
I like the logo.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
pretty
think
cool.
of that? That's
yeah,
awesome.
A little sweat drop.
That's you.
You get 10% off, and the proceeds go back to the foundation.
All for a good cause, you guys. The gym wrap.
Thanks for listening, guys.
SaveYourDo.com.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Nicole. Have a good weekend.
SaveYourDo.com.
Game's still 0-0, guys.
What's 0-0?
Mexico playing right now on BBC on.
Okay.
That house is hanging over the
All right, you guys.
still isn't on fire.
FIFA World Cup.
That was fun. Gosh, we haven't done a hangout like that in a long time. It was like 1 to the 1 to the 1 to the 1.
Yeah, well, you still have time to watch the game part number 2 of FIFA.
You what? Oh, did you watch? There's another one today. I think
Yeah.
it's Is it U.S.? Is the U.S. playing today? I can't remember now.
I believe so. Yesterday I saw the Brazil game.
Yeah, Brazil.
Can we at least
Right now Mexico's playing. Right now I don't even feel Mexico's playing.
What's that? Play football.
just for the World Cup, call it football, because that's what it is. It's just like-
That's not football.
It is football. The rest of the world, everybody who's
They call it football. That's how they
You know what? You're so right, because I watched it in Spanish, and they all say football, and there was another channel, it was football, and then I turn it to ESPN, and it's soccer. It's soccer. Yeah, I know. Why do we refuse to call it football? Because we already have football, and I know.
No, but you didn't already. You didn't already have football. Football came before American football, but it's not. But because you guys are just will not do anything. You will not conform to anything. You just go everything has got no sports. American football, right? American football, baseball, and basketball. Nobody else plays them. Absolutely nobody else, and they're your three best sports. Right? Whereas the rest of the world plays football. We've got football, rugby, and cricket. That's what the rest of the world plays, and you've never even heard of them.
So Trev, how do you feel if London actually gets an NFL? Would you watch it then? Huh?
If London does what, sorry?
I can't hear you.
If London does what?
Gets an NFL team, American football team.
Well, they've got one. Well, do you mean actually into the NFL?
Yeah, there is a big push for that.
There's a big push for.
There's an exhibition team, but not a full.
Or Britain, Great Britain to have an American football team.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But it's not something. Tell you what.
Yeah, but would you call it American football, or would you call
football? Yeah. Do you know what I actually don't want though? Because the thing is, because you've got all the money, so it's kind of a good thing that you're not into football. Because if you were, all the players would just go to America. Because you just buy everybody. You buy everyone, and then the rest of the world.
Oh, Trev, come on.
Over there on our way to the second part.
But you bring up a really good point, because I often ask, because all the kids in America play soccer or football. All the kids, from preschool all the way to even college, if I dare say, but high school really. And then they give it up. Like, football is the game. I don't understand why we don't have the same fever for soccer or football than everywhere else in the world. What is that? Why, Americans?
Because
Because of the metric system.
It's just weirdos and screw the rest of you. That's it. Yeah.
Because why? Oh, because we as Americans developed our own sports like basketball.
The rest of the world was starting to play soccer, even though we had it here. We were playing baseball and sports of that nature, and those took off.
Ah. But why? I don't understand. We just wanted to do our own thing.
It's in our nature.
So we just wanted to do something different. We wanted to be nonconformists.
And soccer was also spread by the British.
Oh, we wanted to
took over more of the world.
Oh, I get it. I get it. That's why. That's really at the crux of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I get it, and it still continues.
What's that? Soccer was spread by the British, and that's why you don't do it. So how come your nation's so Christian? Because that's the whole reason that America were there in the first place, because you went to break away from the Church of England. So that, you know what I mean? So there's different, and now you're a hell of a lot more religious than we are. And that's our religion. So you've got, you've taken our religion, but not the sports.
It is. It's weird.
And all these FIFA, and then during the FIFA tournament right now, they're all showing a bunch of soccer commercials.
Football.
Football, Hector, come on.
Is it football?
They're showing soccer commercials during a soccer game?
During FIFA. That's really why not really watch in Mexico.
I thought the World Cup was every like 4 years or something.
Every 2 years. I believe.
For the FIFA.
I think it's every.
World Cup's every 4 years.
Oh, is it 4? What's every 2? What am I missing?
I think every 2 might be the Olympics.
No. There's the Winter Olympics and then the Olympics.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. There is an Olympics every 2 years. That's what I'm thinking of, because it's the winter and then it becomes the summer, and then so that's
we need to get Liz Habib in. She's a sports professional.
That's right. I have to quickly. I have to go. She's a sports professional. I have to go, but I have to address a couple of questions that were on the stream. Andrew Comblatt, Andrew, nice to see you back on the stream. It was nice to see you in the hangout when you did join a few weeks ago. What are you saying? As a huge X-Men fan, Days of Future Past was amazing. I also love how Peter Dinklage's height was not mentioned even once in the script. That's awesome, right? That's really great. Love Peter Dinklage myself as well. I loved hearing that. Maria, did you catch the hangout I did on Thursday with Fabian Cousteau? No, but I did see it on the stream, and I will watch it, hopefully. Just a comment on Captain Picard on Star Trek. He had an artificial heart. He did? Is that true?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, because he got stabbed by a Nausicaa through the back. Yeah. When he was a kid. Yeah. Well.
Then we can call Laurent Captain Picard #2.
And he's French. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's perfect. It's perfect. In the books, Jon Snow is haunted by those you-know-nothing phrase for the remainder of the series. Oh, little spoiler here, maybe. Do you think? Not really?
You hear that lot. No, but I mean, he hears, like, it's not so much he hears it, it's just, you probably, just like when he does something, he'll hear her voice saying, oh, you know nothing. It's not really her doing it.
And then the girl said it to him too. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yes, it's not really her saying it. It's just remembering.
Right, but I wonder if Jon Snow, because Eddard Stark never talked about the woman that he slept with that gave him that baby, and I often do wonder who really truly is Jon Snow's mother. So obviously, the mother is gonna have to come back and play some kind of role in the story. Okay, that being said, I have to run. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Okay.
All right.
And a special Happy Father's Day to your husband.
Filipino Friday.
See you guys on Monday.
Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all of you dads watching, and I'll see you on Monday with Tommy.
Bye.
Bye. Really quick, I missed you guys. Bye.
Bye, Maria. Take care.